Yeah, so both very relevant experience for a challenging but exciting product, you know, in an industry that I think needs it. You know, one of the things I have seen clearly in our kind of growth has been the lack of communication amongst the staff with each other, and I think that can help solve that issue. And where can people find information about niuz, and what's the process like if they want to kind of get to know it a bit before they make a decision? Where do they go?
We publish David's address and phone number on the website, so just go to his... The difficult part with niuz is the spelling of the name. So niuz.com, N-I-U-Z, niuz.com, first and best access point for anything to do with the application. We've got a blog with a bunch of information on there and stories on how and where the application may be relevant to solving different pain points. We've got an email cost calculator on there that help you figure out how much am I spending on email addresses that my staff aren't even using. And then could I reallocate that cost towards adopting a system like niuz that solves for more than just the email communication problem, but the information sharing, staff recognition, retention surveys. We're also on LinkedIn. We go to trade shows all the time. We're at the This is Long-Term Care conference. We're at the Advantage conference. We're down in the States at Leading Age and ACA conferences. So yeah, you can find us. We're around. Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to talk about that is related to this that maybe we haven't touched upon? What are your thoughts around the product, and how excited are you about the future related to niuz?
I'm very excited about the future with niuz. You know, going down to the States and listening to the people that were dropping by and the challenges that they're facing, there's a massive need for this platform, and it's very low cost. It can be spread out amongst different envelopes to fund it. Because the use cases can be so varied for it, and the justification for it apply to so many different reasons. And then what's really exciting that I just recently found out is we have a lot of clients kind of reaching out, requesting demos through the website during accreditation or investigations, or they're just getting kind of, I guess, more information from those individuals that are going to the home saying, oh, well, your partner or your other operator in the area is using this platform. You should check it out, because they can go in, an operator can create an account for an accreditor in, I don't know, 10 seconds. That accreditor can go in, they can open the app, they can see everything that's available to the staff, they can see everything that's available to the management. They can check off that it's all easily findable for them, and then once it's done, they just delete the user out of the system and it's no longer needed.
The biggest part of that then is, and again, great point, David, the communication of the information sharing with things when it comes to compliance and accreditation. There's a new regulation or mandate passed down by the ministry. Happens all the time. I need to make sure that my staff know the new expectation of them as of 8 a.m. this morning. Well, if I got staff that don't work 8 a.m. this morning, they're not going to show up until like next week sometime. There's no way they're going to see this information. And I don't care how many times you print this off and post it beside the elevator doors, the front doors, on the bulletin boards, in the staff room, plaster it everywhere in your building. They're not going to see it, because there's so much stuff plastered to your walls. It's just part of the furniture. They just walk by it and it goes completely ignored. Ask any AdPac administrator about this. They'll say the same thing. So the challenge now becomes, how do I make sure that my staff know about this? And it's not going to show up a week later in a staff meeting. I will have forgotten. It's last week's niuz. So next week's staff aren't going to know about it unless I've posted that somewhere that staff will have immediate access to and easy access to. So this feeds into now the mobile internet side of things, but also the information sharing. And then from the compliance perspective, anything I post in my news feed as a manager, I can apply a read confirmation request to, which is huge. This is the compliance side. New mandates have come out by the ministry. You have to do this as of 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Fantastic. Please tap here to confirm you've read this. That becomes a report that I can then show to the accreditor who comes in, the surveyor who says, how many people know about this? I can show you exactly how many people know about this. And here's how I made it available to them. This is the checking off the boxes on their survey list or their accreditation list. You've made it available to everybody, you've made sure that everyone has seen it, and you've proven to me that you've done so. Done. You don't have to look for binders, you don't have to pull stuff off the wall, you don't have to worry about printing anything. All of that goes away because we've made it available in an app that works on desktops, on laptops, on tablets, on personal phones, on work phones. Doesn't matter where. You have the ability to reach everybody instantly with something important.
Yeah. At a very high level, we've digitized the bulletin board and then everything else on top of it.